Would you like to work closer to home, save money on gas, and be rewarded for your hard work and attendance? Then Bellisio Foods is looking for you. That's right, Bellisio Foods is now hiring for multiple positions and shifts with great employee benefits, an on-site health clinic, competitive wages, and advancement opportunities. Bellisio Foods is a company that truly values their employees. Apply online at BellisioFoods.com/careers.
At Vinton County National Bank, we believe in supporting the areas where we live and work. Now, we'd like to honor those who also serve our communities. Our new Community Champions account is especially for first responders, veterans, active military, and anyone employed in the fields of healthcare or education. This account offers rewards, discounts, and other benefits to those who give so much to others. Vinton County National Bank, rewarding those who serve.
Good morning, everyone. Happy Friday, TGIF.
Thank God.
How do you really feel,
everyone.
James?
Oh, this was the longest 4-day week
ever.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, it is. I hate these 4-day weeks. I mean, I like them.
I like those 3-day weekends.
Yeah. Because it gets so confusing. Like, my mom called me last night, and she was like, tomorrow's like Friday in conversation. I was like, no, it's not.
You should have seen how confused Dylan was the other day. His watch was wrong. And then he was working on this project, and he downloaded the wrong one from the previous day. And so the day was wrong on his watch, and he downloaded the wrong thing.
Oh, you're a hot
mess. So he was 100% convinced that yesterday was Wednesday.
I really was.
I can totally see that because I had the same conversation yesterday. So
100%.
It does get confusing a little bit.
I know I'm confused.
So.
Good morning, John. Are you confused?
Good morning,
Because we
John.
are.
Is everyone confused?
Yeah.
You know what's really confusing?
Yes.
You know what's really confusing?
What?
When Square goes down nationwide.
Oh, so was that a nationwide thing?
Last night.
Okay. So I saw that one local business had to go cash only, but it was
nationwide.
Their whole. So were they hacked? Do we know?
I don't know, but you're freaking Apple, so figure it out.
Square's not owned by Apple, is it?
I mean, aren't they?
I don't think so.
Oh, I thought they were.
I mean, maybe.
It's all Apple products.
I don't know.
I thought it was an Apple company.
I don't know. I have no idea. I didn't think it was. It might be.
Well, anyway, you suck.
Anyway, you suck.
Yeah, so when you get that call, like, hey, I think our internet's down or something because Square's not working. So I walk in. Of course, we had this big event in downtown Jackson last night.
Uh-huh.
So I walk in. I'm like, well, the internet's working because our music's playing. So it's not the internet.
Yeah.
And we're like, okay, well, Square won't let us log in. I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden on Facebook, you just see all of these people start saying, our computers are down. Sorry, it's cash only, blah, blah, blah. And like all these breweries and all these people. And I'm like, oh, no. It's not. I mean, it's good that when it's not just you, but it's also bad.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But it just goes to show you how reliant, though, we are on technology and whatever.
Absolutely.
But also, the world is changing and nobody has cash anymore. So when people are sitting there and they want to eat and they want to do whatever, and you have to say, I'm so sorry, but you're going to have to walk all the way down the street to the bank to...
You don't pull out one of those old-fashioned credit card things?
We could have, I guess.
I remember when those were like still kind of normal.
Oh, yeah.
But I remember kind of in, the early days of like digital credit card sliders and stuff. If that wasn't working, they'd pull that honking thing out from behind the desk and do it the old-fashioned way.
I'm just going to say that just doesn't seem like the most secure method.
No, probably not. It seems like a good way to steal somebody's credit card information.
Oh, yeah. I have all these carbon copies and pictures now of everybody's credit card.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know. But it's hard when, when you are used to technology, which is a wonderful thing as long as it works.
Oh, for sure.
But when it
For
does not.
Yeah.
So anyway, Jamie, that was his task this morning to see if Square has gotten back up and running.
Cool. So how was the street fair thing last night?
It was wonderful.
Yeah?
It looked like there was a ton of people down there. Vendors everywhere. And it's so nice to just it was just the perfect night.
Mm-hmm.
It's just beautiful.
It's beautiful.
It's a little
weather.
Cooler than it has been. Just lovely.
Yeah, it was beautiful weather last night.
Yes, it was. So how did you do at Homegrown Happy Hour?
It was an interesting evening. But no, it was a great show. It was a great show.
Interesting.
It was a little bit of a, behind the scenes, had a little bit of trouble getting started. But the show was great. And, we'll keep your eyes out. It'll be posted online soon. Replay tomorrow night.
Very good.
Yeah, so it's good. Well, here, I'll tell you this. So
what happened? You got to tell us the fun
every
story.
episode, well, this is not one thing that happened. But so the radio show goes like this. There's the regular radio stream of music and ads is playing. And then at 7:00, there's a pre-recorded intro for the show that kicks off, and it's Porterhouse going live from Rowdy's Smokehouse. It's the Homegrown Happy Hour. Right. Well, I don't know what happened, but that disappeared. So instead of at 7:00, that recording hit.
Yes.
At 7:00, Porterhouse grabs a mic and goes live. So he does that whole intro live. And it was a big band last night, so there was nowhere for Ben to stand on the stage. So Ben's huddled over with Porterhouse with this mic, and Porterhouse does his intro live from Rowdy's Smokehouse. And then he just hands the mic to Ben, and Ben's like, "Hey, welcome to..."
Hey, this is kind of fun because this is live radio, right?
Yeah. No, it was definitely live radio. Yeah. Yeah. No, it was fun. It was, I don't know. It was just... had a weird vibe last night. It was just one of those things where it just like...
If it could go wrong,
yeah, it just felt like things weren't going the way... wasn't going as smoothly. But it was fun. The band was great. It was Joe's Truck Stop out of Cincinnati. They were really weird and funny. And
what kind of music?
They were sort of like, Appalachian folk,
oh, cool.
Americana kind of thing.
Good.
But yeah, it was very funny. Their best song was called Gas Station Sushi. Yeah. Which apparently they're also in production about a movie inspired by this song.
Okay.
So keep your eyes out for that.
Very good.
Yeah. Ben Davis said it's going to be playing on IMAX, but I think he may have been joshing.
I think he might have been pulling your chain just a hair.
But yeah, it was an interesting evening. If you missed out, it was I don't know. It was a strange vibe. It's a unique one.
When you say interesting, you always know that it's going to be interesting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
To say the least.
But the band was great, and
good.
just
one. And that's what it's all about.
Yeah, and just one more week left if you want to catch it.
There you go.
Yeah, be very exciting, and you should probably not miss your opportunity to see Ben Davis Jr. live while
considering the fact that our boy Ben is to say that
he's doing things
are the understatement of the century. We're so proud of him and happy for him, and he probably ain't going to be around here much longer. Let's just put it that way.
Yeah, we'll see. But definitely see him when you got a chance. Hey, speaking of Ben,
take advantage when you can.
Yeah. Next Saturday, he's playing at the Paw Paw Festival with his full band.
Yes.
That's there in Albany. So if you've never been,
dude,
maybe check that out.
Have you been to the Paw Paw Fest?
I never have gone.
Oh my God.
We thought about going last year. We were glad we didn't because it was the crowd was such a mess.
The show of the century last year. We had horrible accidents out front. They had to shut it down because there were too many people there. It was just, to say it was an S show, yeah.
Yeah. But
we
Ben
got
Davis Jr.
and
the Revelry wasn't there last year.
That's true.
That's true.
So
you were there. Could blame you.
I was there.
It was fine the year before.
Let me just give you... I was there the year before and the year before and the year before that. So let me just give you a little disclaimer about the Paw Paw Festival.
Yeah. Look both ways before crossing the highway.
Number one, if somebody tells you have to park over at Alexander High School or whatever that school is,
It's Alexander, yeah.
it would probably be best to not do that because you have to walk around across four lanes
highway
of traffic to get to the Paw Paw Festival. And I'm not sure who thought that was a good idea. That being said, my disclaimer is Paw Paw beer will mess you up. I don't care what the percentage says on the little sheet of paper.
Yeah.
Be very, very careful.
All right.
Be very, very careful.
Yeah. Had that 6 cents Paw Paw beer last year. It's pretty strong.
It's very good.
Yeah.
Very strong.
Yeah. I like that.
Jackie O's, very good. Very strong.
I like that one that you guys did more recently over the summer that was the was it apricot or something? Papaya, maybe?
Oh, the Merc. Yeah, pineapple papaya.
Yeah.
And pineapple guava.
Pineapple guava, that's it. That was good. And you said that's kind of the same recipe as the Paw Paw one.
Yeah, but Paw Paw is good because so we do that with like our Merc shake beer. So it's like Merc juice, but it's like added lactose and vanilla. It gives it like a little bit of creaminess to it. Well, Paw Paw just lends itself very well to that style of beer. So it typically turns out really, really well. But I will caution you, if you go to the Paw Paw Festival, you do not have to drink beer. But if you choose to, be very, very careful. I drank, I think, 2 last year and ended up at the burrito buggy on my hands and knees.
Just begging for carbs.
Begging the guy. Literally. He said, we're out of food. I said, I don't care. Take that tortilla right there and stuff it full of something and roll it up.
Yeah.
This is literally the conversation. And he just died laughing and he did just that. I don't know what was in it, but it saved my life.
Would you want to know what was in it?
I mean, anything from the burrito buggy is good. So
fair enough.
You know, but Paw Paw Fest, tons and tons and tons of food trucks, local vendors, art, any kind of local crafts you could think of, lots of education, which is really cool too. So yeah, it's a good time. That's next weekend. And then the following week is Apple Festival.
Oh my gosh.
So we go straight from the Ohio Hill Country to Paw Paw to Apple Festival. Yeah. Woo!
That's right.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Dylan's over there giggling like, oh,
he
God.
He didn't know what's about
Oh, honey, you have no idea what's about to occur.
If you think you like the Apple Festival, you're going to be like, this is so much Apple Festival.
There's a lot of Apple
Festival. You're going to be there a lot.
Although there are deep fried pizza rolls, I think.
I don't know.
James is still scarred for life from
still recovering. Although I will say the last few years at the Apple Festival, the deep fried pizza rolls have gotten the hookup. Like after the parade, the big parade there on Saturday night, got to get something to eat. Go down to them pizza rolls. You know, they're getting ready to close up at that point in time.
And it's done.
Yeah.
And they got pizza rolls.
They got to give them to somebody. And lucky for me, they gave them to me the last couple of weeks.
Yes.
We're like, I'll take the 5 pizza rolls. Here's 47 pizza rolls.
Yes. Here's a bag of
Here's
pizza
a whole
rolls.
bag
We fried
of
them
pizza
for you.
rolls. We are not taking these home.
No, it's delicious, and there's so much good food and whatnot at all of these different events. So if you haven't made it up to Wellston to the Ohio Hill Country Festival, please do so. You have today and tomorrow.
Yeah,
to visit.
Rick K and the All Nighters were last night, right? Yeah, Thursday. Yeah, yesterday was Thursday.
Yeah. I don't know why that's still up there, but...
Because it's my responsibility to take it down. I'm not going to do it until Monday.
Yeah.
Probably after the show on Monday when they're all done.
Yeah. Okay. And then, the grand finale. I think they have karaoke tonight.
Yeah.
With $1,000
Dylan's
prize.
Do it.
I am going to do it. Well, no, I'm not going to participate. I'm going to record it.
Oh,
He's gonna
okay.
do.
I'm like, are you? I didn't know you were a singer.
He's gonna do "Baby Got Back."
Yes. Oh my God, Becky.
Look at her butt.
It is so big.
Okay, maybe you guys should do it.
I could be the girl part of that.
So speaking of butts, another weird thing that happened last night. So part of Porterhouse's job for Homegrown Happy Hour is informing the band that they are not allowed to curse on the radio.
Okay.
And this guy, Joe from Joe's Truck Stop, he's like, well, what words am I allowed to say on the radio?
Okay.
And we had just had our Rick and Morty discussion that morning.
Yes, about what is it?
Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Mr. Poopy Butthole.
And
yes.
I told him, well, you're allowed to say.
Speaking of, Carman just walked in.
Speaking of, Marc Carman is in the house.
As we say, Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Yeah. So I told Joe, you're allowed to say Mr. Poopy Butthole on the radio. And so in the middle of the show, he looks over at Ben. He's like, what was that thing you told me I was allowed to say?
No.
He's like, Mr. Poopy Butthole. He's like, oh yeah, I'm allowed to say Mr. Poopy Butthole on the radio. So that conversation came full circle.
Okay. I feel as if we instigated that, so that's good.
You're always instigating everything.
Yeah.
Troublemakers.
Carman said we're
It's
always
true.
instigating.
It's true. And, I'm going to instigate now by insta-leaving. And
well, we finally got Carman to come into the studio as he was standing out there, shocker, talking to someone.
how many cars did you sell out in the parking or out in the hallway?
Nothing yet.
Willet wants to buy your car.
I'm into a windy man out there.
You're driving a really sharp car this morning.
Dodge Charger, yeah.
It is really pretty. So I had to tell on Carman this morning as I was pulling in.
Here, I'm gonna make my leave.
Yeah, come on over, Carman. As I'm pulling in, he pulls in too. And I walked up to his car and I could see he was eating a sandwich. So I just beat on the window.
She caught me. about choked on my food there.
I scared you, didn't I?
You did. You actually, I wasn't, because I saw you pull in. I thought, well, I thought I was running a little late, and here you come in.
I was running real late.
Was it
That
Subway?
happens, Hey,
No, it was not Subway. It was Burger King, wasn't it?
Burger King.
Yeah.
McDonald's, of course, was backed up. God love them to death out to the
It looked
street. So
like a lovely croissant sandwich.
I just, it was, the bacon, egg, cheese sandwich. That's a good one. 2 for $5. Pretty good deal.
Oh.
Yeah, that's not bad. And,
Cool.
no, I take all my vitamins in the morning. You know how it is. So you got to eat a little something.
Yeah, you got to eat something.
So it is what it is. This getting golden age I'm getting into right now is what's good and bad, I think, man, do I have enough time to take all my vitamins? Or did I? Now I'm thinking, did I take that pill or did I take that? So right now, after what I'm really doing, I've got a system now. After I take my pill, I turn it upside down. So I've known I've taken it.
That's brilliant.
And well, hell, as many as I take, you might as well. So
Well, you could just be like my husband, who
doesn't take any.
Oh no, he takes them all.
Oh, okay.
So we have affectionately dubbed him Papaw at the brewery.
Oh, nice.
Everybody
nice.
calls him Papaw. I'm Mom and he's Papaw, which
Oh.
is weird that Mom and Papaw are married. But anyway, that's for another show. But Papaw has like the pill thing with the days on it, so he can remember.
When you go on vacation, I fill those damn things out, and they're a pain in the ass. Excuse my language. I think, and then if they fall open, then everything's everywhere.
And then everything,
So I take all of them. I just said the heck with my Walmart bag and
just take the whole bottle.
Take the whole bottle, and then that way, if something happens, we decide to stay a couple extra days or something. Hey,
you got it.
I got backup, but.
Well, very good.
Vitamin day. I call them vitamin morning, vitamin night. So.
Well, at least, hey, listen, it's
We're
worth it if it keeps
ground
you kicking.
And we got to do what we got to do.
That's right.
It's we were talking yesterday at the sale at the auction yesterday. I said, you come to work every day and you think you got a new pain every day. So my shoulder, my wife's shoulder's been bothering. Well, all of a sudden mine started hoping. Maybe it's that married thing. So you live with somebody.
Oh, it's sympathy pains.
Oh, must be. It's it's awful. I bowled last night and I had my
That
ankle.
probably doesn't help.
Well, that didn't help on the pain on the head, but I had my ankle had surgery on it back in the spring, and felt really good. Didn't think anything. I went to bed late last night. My ankle started bothering me. I thought, what's up with that? Oh, well.
Old
It's just
age,
part of
I
being
tell
the
ya.
older part. So,
Hey,
That's
what
it
do you
is.
think about your boy Joe Burrow?
Well, I called him this morning and congratulated him.
Did ya?
On that poor, I said,
On that crappy contract he
yeah,
signed
5 years,
yesterday?
$55 million a year, I think it's, what's it?
So what'd you
Two-
say? $220 million, $250 million
$250 million
for 5 years.
but guaranteed is 220. 20.1. Don't forget the one.
0.1.
Yeah, 0.1.
I mean, all
It's
of us could
guaranteed.
live off the 0.1, but
I said, hey,
whatever.
he could go into Athens, buy all Athens.
Yeah,
know.
he could just buy the whole town.
Well, congratulations to him. He's
really,
a great, everybody.
Well deserved. He's a great kid, by all accounts, and
I think he'll do good. I mean,
I just hope they just get him somebody to protect him.
well, the Bengals have went out and got some new free agents. They actually stole Kansas City last night. If you notice, they were struggling last night with their front line.
They got beat.
They they got one of their linemen, one of their big linemen, free agency. So
Really?
yeah.
Sorry, Patrick.
But I wasn't
Got it.
surprised that Detroit didn't win that game last night because last year Detroit really started playing really good.
There was a lot of talk yesterday, and I don't follow all of NFL football kind of as much as I used to, but there was a lot of talk yesterday that the Lions were going to beat Kansas City last night, and I'll be darned if they didn't do it.
Well,
it was very close.
Yeah, it was close. Well, Kansas City dropped some serious. Their receivers dropped some passes last night were wide open.
Oh, really?
Oh, there was one guy.
Just
He was
messed
so
it up.
wide open. I mean, this one poor guy. He was having the game from hell. I think
It
he
happens
dropped.
sometimes.
Yeah, it does. And he dropped 3 big passes. And hey, it happens to anybody. Well,
It's a game. I mean,
it's
that's
a game. Anybody can in the pros. Anybody can beat anybody on any given day.
Unfortunately, in the pros, you also can get
Kicked out. Well, the good thing it's a 60. If you're going to lose a game, like Cincinnati lost the first 2 games last year. If you remember right, Burrow said, "No room to panic. We're still in the game." Then they went on a big winning streak.
Yep.
So, I mean, Kansas City lost the first game last night, but that doesn't necessarily mean they're out.
It's kind of interesting, though, to see this up-and-coming Detroit team because they have been, they've sucked for so long.
Oh, my God.
I think as everyone likes to root for the underdog, right?
Oh, yeah. It's just like Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah.
I always root for Detroit, unless they're playing the Bengals, of course. But
Right. But no, it's like, I don't know. It's just, you like to see that,
oh, yeah.
That team that sucked for so long, like
start
rise
having
up
a winning
and
record or
do
start
something.
winning. Well, Detroit on their behalf last year, a lot of people don't remember this. They started coming on and won a lot of games. In fact, they upset somebody, knocked somebody out of the playoffs.
They did. I forget who that was.
I forget who it was.
Yeah.
That was last year, but they knocked somebody out of the playoffs last year.
You're right.
And they got a really good coach, and I think they got some really good players. So, hey, kudos.
Yeah, absolutely.
Much as I hate to see Kansas City lose, as it helps the Bengals if they're in a playoff hunt. Hopefully, Cincinnati will be the main drag, but you never know.
You never know.
A lot of good teams, but the Battle of Ohio. Are we having our yearly bet?
Well, we can have our yearly bet, but neither one of us ever pays up on it. So
no, we tied last year. Remember?
Oh yeah, we did double or nothing, didn't we?
Yeah, we did double or nothing. So we didn't, unless we're just going to go up and pay and do it.
Why don't we just schedule lunch and go?
Let's do it. Let's bet on the game.
Okay.
So, and you're going to take your. I know you're not really a Brownies fan, but I know you generally take the Brownies.
I'll take the Browns just because.
Okay.
No, I'm not going to root for them, but I'll take them.
Well, we got to have some.
Because I can't root against Joe.
Well, I understand that. Well, we could always take another game. We could always bet another game.
Oh, we could.
And root for the Bengals this weekend, and the next game we'll bet on something.
So when do the Bengals play this weekend?
Sunday.
1 o'clock. 1 o'clock?
At Cleveland.
So it is Browns and Bengals this weekend.
And it will be on TV. It's going to be on CBS. So probably channel 10 or 13.
Spectrum gets their crap together.
Well, thank God they're not on ESPN. So that's one good thing. And the only thing we're going to miss on ESPN is Monday Night Football. So if they're on Monday Night Football, then we're going to have to go to your place, and you're going to have NFL tickets at your place or
At the new one?
either one of them?
Well, not at the
Old place?
No, it's just not big enough to justify paying, $2,700 for the NFL ticket.
That's a lot of money.
Crazy.
Yeah, everything's.
But-
we were talking about that last night. There's so many packages you can buy.
It is.
Now, since Spectrum is going through all this, I don't know, fight with Disney.
Yeah.
It's now they're offering these packages. I don't know if you've gotten any from Facebook or anything of these new packages.
No, that would require me to have Spectrum available at my house.
Well, also,
remember,
I looked at YouTube last night for the NFL ticket. Also, NFL or YouTube has a regular TV network, and I'm not sure they got ABC, NBC, ESPN, and something else. They got. And they said also 100 channels.
Yeah, I have YouTube TV
at
my house.
Well, you can tell me more about it.
Yeah.
Is it very expensive? Is it reasonable?
No. Well, gosh, I don't want to bash anybody. Well, I guess I don't owe anything to Spectrum anymore.
No, well, they are what they are. They're going to come in and just,
Back when we were actually on television, yeah, I wouldn't have. But no, YouTube TV's, what is it? About $79, $70 a month.
No, that's
and
not
you
bad.
get. So here was my deal.
But that doesn't come with internet, though, either, does it? Just the TV channels.
Yeah, it's just the TV subscription.
So you got to have.
No, but you have to just be crafty and creative when it comes to getting internet. I'll tell you about that after the show.
Oh, okay. Okay.
But YouTube TV. So here's my deal. I had to have Food Network channel. I had to have HGTV, and I had to be able to watch the Golden Girls constantly, which is always on Hallmark, right?
I think I'm getting old. I think I got issues.
All of those television channels are on. There's nothing on YouTube, not on YouTube TV that I didn't watch on
regular TV.
Dish.
Right.
And
like you
it's
get Lifetime and all that.
a third of the price.
That's good. Get Lifetime and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That
You get the Reds games.
You don't?
YouTube TV doesn't get the Reds games.
Yeah.
That sucks.
If you, whatever, what is that? Valley Sports.
Valley Sports. I mean,
but I don't.
Spectrum and Disney will finally come together. Just matter when.
Oh, they will. It'll
just
take.
matter when. When.
Do you remember back when all the Buckeyes games were on the Big Ten Network, and then Dish Network and them got into a big fight, and then oh my gosh, I couldn't watch any Ohio State games. I was about to have a stroke. And,
yeah. Well, people are going crazy right now. I'm not panicking right now because, as long as CBS is available, and there are places that you can go, friends and family that have that, the NFL Network, or I don't even know what the NFL Network costs for just a regular, not business, but the business is probably more expensive, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I figured it was. Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just like I remember the what was it, the UFC fighting or whatever.
Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's
you can pay-per-view it for $40 at home, and it's $1,000 if you play it at your business.
Yeah, and if you get busted, they'll sue your butt.
Yeah, tell me about it. Yeah. That happened too.
Yeah, life is good. Life is good, but TV is so. I mean, there's so many ways you can go to watch it. It's unbelievable.
There are,
but I'm just hoping Spectrum will come together and.
They will eventually. But yeah, I mean, so I went, I think it was like Black Friday no, it wasn't Black Friday because it was more recent than that. It was one of those Amazon Prime days or something like that. So I went on and bought, because I didn't have one of the more recent smart TVs.
Right.
So I went on, and Amazon had their own Fire TV on sale for, basically nothing.
Right.
And so I bought one of those, and that's really handy because it already has all the apps
everything
in it. So if you want to watch Hulu, you just click Hulu. It comes up, all of those things.
It's all easy, actually, once you get the click of it.
It is. And I can remember, we have a little outdoor bar at our house, a little covered outdoor bar. And oh my God, I had to hardwire the TV. You want to sit out there and watch a game or something. I had to hardwire the TV, host the TV out there, hook it all up, go back inside, turn on the dish, you know, make sure that it was connected to that and whatever. And now I can just take a little TV out there, plug it in, and it pops up on the internet. You know, it connects to the internet, and I can watch anything I want to watch now.
Isn't that cool?
I'm like, isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. You know, it's just TV.
Technology is fantastic.
It's getting better and better and better. I mean,
when it works, square.
When it goes down, it's like right now we're down because hey. You know, I'm always thinking, well, I'm going to just check ESPN and see if it comes on. Well, it's not on there. I'm thinking, now where can I watch anything about sports? And it's kind of weird how that works, you know.
It is. You don't appreciate it until you can't have it
I know.
Like all the businesses and
like last night after the football game, you think, well, I'll turn on ESPN and see what they have to say about this and that. And
it's not there.
And it's not there. I think, well, you know, now what do I do?
Here you go.
Go to bed? Who wants to go to bed?
Do you have a smart TV?
Yeah.
So
I looked up.
You can do a free trial of YouTube TV for a month.
I saw that, but
just do that.
I thought I would wait until the Bengals are going to be on YouTube, then do it.
Yeah.
Well, I think Thursday Night Football is Thursday night strictly on YouTube or is it on Prime? See, last year.
I think it's on Prime, isn't it?
I don't know. I watched it like on my smart TV last night.
I forget what channel I watched. It was on.
I got to check on our Prime.
You can get ESPN through your Disney Plus subscription too. It's like $20 a month.
If you just subscribe to just that, you should be able to get it.
Yeah. Well,
or a free trial. They probably offer a free trial of that.
The things we got to do to watch our team.
Isn't it stupid?
It's nuts.
Oh,
it's
gosh.
Nuts.
And here's a hint, too. And I think I mentioned this yesterday. If you, for some reason, if one of your cable companies or whatever get in a dispute with like the local networks, like NBC, ABC, whatever, you can just go on Amazon and they make these little square plastic antennas. And as long as you don't live in like a big brick building or so, house or something like that, hook it to your TV. It's like the old school antenna, but you don't have to have it up in the air, and stick it in your window, hook it to your TV, and you can get tons of channels. They'll be West Virginia channels, but you can get them.
Well, as long as if you're a Squeaker
and it's
fan,
$30 on Amazon.
And you can watch Squeakers. You can, if you're, Pittsburgh is CBS for West Virginia.
Yeah.
But oh well, it is what it is. We'll figure it out. Thank God.
There's your TV tutorial for the day.
What we could do is, how it is. It's the Bengals aren't on. Well, we'll go to someplace to watch. Maybe wherever what bar they're watching at. Like La Rosa's usually has football. Yeah. You go there and they're not on. And what are you going to? Who has DirecTV that we know that we can go bum and go visit?
Right, I'm going to drive around town until I find somebody. Freaking out! I need my fix.
Oh well, but it is what it is.
It is. But so, what the heck's going on in the car business? You drive in this absolutely beautiful vehicle.
That Dodge Charger I'm driving. It's really nice.
I don't know that I've ever seen one that color.
It's that dark maroon.
It's like a real deep maroon color, and it is pretty.
It's a little dusty. I've been on the road for the last week or so, and but it's it's actually pretty easy on gas.
Cool.
Just V6. It's not the Hemi. It's got the alloyed wheels. You could actually dress it up and put a spoiler on the back end and just kind of dress it up a little bit more. I had a green one I bought. I bought one about a year ago. A real pretty dark green, British green or whatever, and I had the wheels black in and put a spoiler on it. And somebody came in and bought it, which that's good. That's what it's for.
It's good, but it sucks when you're like, I like that car. So I want to drive it.
So I got this maroon one, and I've been driving it for a while, and it's really pretty comfortable to drive, pretty easy on gas, and it's got a big trunk. I got my golf clubs in there, my golf shoes. I loaded up my bowling balls and all that in there last night. So
awesome.
It's got a big trunk and very comfortable. Put 4 people in. How many times you go anywhere with 4 people in the car and everybody's scrunched up,
Well, and that's the cool thing about those Chargers, in my opinion, is because you have almost like a full size, the luxury of having full size, but they're super sporty looking.
Yeah, they're sporty looking.
But you can still fit people comfortably.
And you can think you're like the state highway patrol with them.
Right. I'll bet everybody drives by you going, you know,
Oh, is that a
55,
patrol car?
10 and 2.
Well, he's not silver. So I think you're all right.
That is true.
But no, that's a pretty nice car. It's got tilt cruise windows locks. It's got V6 alloyed wheels. Got, I think, around 91,000 miles. And I think we're asking like 18,888 or something like that.
Okay.
And of course, we're having her.
Well, just tell them you want the Jennifer price. It'll be way cheaper than
Well,
that.
we'll do 17,888. How about that? We'll do that. 17,888. You got to come in and say, "Hey, I got the Jennifer price."
He just does that because he knows I'm going to do it anyway.
Well, every now and then we get that person who walks in and say, "Well, I'm here on that Jennifer price." And I wanted, what price would that be today?
What did she say now?
What she asked now? Oh, well, stuff happens. Stuff happens.
Oh, well, hey, at least I get people through the door.
Hey,
You
and
might
we're
be
there
losing
to
your
sell
rear
them.
end on it. But
The old saying is, I'm there to sell them. I'm not there to fall in love with them. There's a few cars I fall in love with, and my wife gets mad, and I'll say, I can't sell that. That's my toys.
oh,
You get your toys, and you
like the Prowler that's in the...
You know, I got to get that. I was just laying in bed last night thinking about it. I got to get some of my toys out and start driving. Had the Prowler out for a year, so I'm going to get it out and drive it. I'm got my Firebird convertible working on it for the parade for the Apple Festival, which is coming
Hopefully
up.
it makes it through the parade
Yeah,
this
this
year.
time I hope I don't. That's why I don't.
That's one we aren't...
That was bad. I mean, where's my car at? Where's my car at? Oh,
Always
well.
broke down somewhere around, you know...
The old things.
The
The old
post
saying
office.
goes, stuff happens.
It does.
I don't want to say the other word, but it does happen. So far, I've been driving and it hasn't had any issues. But
Well, good.
you know, it's getting some age on it. It's a 99, and it's getting old. It's not, you know, it's not really. It's got really low mileage, only 45,000 miles. But when
Yeah.
cars sit, it's not really.
They do.
good on
I mean,
them.
they're almost better to be driven than to sit.
Every day. I always get people that say they got a nice car and where's it in the garage? Why don't you drive it? Got to drive it, you know.
Because it's clean.
Yeah.
I don't want to get
I
it
don't want to
dirty.
get dirty. I want to get caught in the rain. You know, it's just like I took the new vet out and drove it and got caught in the rain. It happens.
It does.
It's only water. You know, it's not, you wash them with water.
Yeah.
You know,
I know.
it is what it is.
So what kind of cool
That's my dinging. Somebody's, everybody's dimming.
you're a super VIP this morning. So what kind of fun vehicles do you have on the lot right now? And what
Well-
are people looking for?
Well, really, you know, it's funny. SUVs and trucks, I think, is what everybody's been hunting for. Now, we sold two. We sold a Chevy. We sold two Cruises the other day, and we sold a Chevy Cobalt, and we sold a Jeep Grand Cherokee yesterday. So we sold 4. So we've been selling cars and trucks and SUVs. I got, we've been a little low on trucks. I bought, yesterday, went to the auction yesterday, bought a really, really pretty red, resale red Chevy or Ford F-150 crew cab,
Ooh.
90-some, I think like 96,000 miles, XLT, great
Nice.
cloth interior, 3.5, that new Ego Boost engine in it. It's sharp. It's going to be nice. It'll be here probably next week. And I bought
Nice.
little Chevy Sonic, little 4-door, easy on gas car, probably around $7,000 car, somewhere in that ballpark.
Really?
10 and under cars.
You don't find those anymore.
They're hard to find. And I bought, what else did I buy yesterday? I bought, I forgot. It happens. Too many cars.
Should have taken more vitamins.
Yeah, well, that's why. Let me flip another vitamin. But I bought. I bought a really nice Chevy Trax SUV, white with tan leather interior. It's really nice, really clean.
Cool.
And I bought a Chevy Malibu also yesterday. It's got like 85,000 miles, 2011. That's a 10,000 under car. So I got a couple of really nice vehicles for 10 and under, some between 10 to 15.
Mm-hmm.
You know, our main click right now in cars is 20 and under is what sells a lot. And we got about over 20 some SUVs. We got about 15 pickup trucks and about 25 cars in stock. So, but cars are still selling. You know, I think cars do a little better on gas mileage. Now, gas, if you've seen, has been going back up.
Mm-hmm.
It's about 375 or 365 or somewhere in that ballpark area, depending on where you're driving at. Saw in Columbus the other day, Circleville, 336. Now, why is it
I
336
don't
there?
know.
And we're 368 or 365.
I mean, I understand a few cents. I don't understand like 40 cents.
That I don't
You know,
either.
like
It
I
is-
understand it fluctuating a couple of cents here and there, but like,
But you go down the street, and they're down the street. They got gas stations, same thing, 360 or 365. So whatever. It's just the day we live in. But a lot of the vehicles are all getting pretty good at gas mileage. Like that car I'm driving, it does really good on gas.
Awesome.
It's a for a big car, you don't necessarily have to go super small, to get great gas mileage. But a lot of your SUVs, we sell a lot of midsize. We got Toyota RAVs, we got Nissans, Rogues. We got several of those. Those are really good sellers, little Rogues.
I like those because those are like big enough. Like if you have like a baby or like a family, you can fit them, but they're not like a great big SUV. So.
Well, the thing about SUVs, women and people, a lot of people, I mean guys too, maybe you're a big guy. Nice thing about SUVs are easier to get in and out of.
They are. They're at butt height too.
Yeah.
You can just kind of slide in and slide out.
Yeah, exactly. And the other thing, you go to the grocery store, you got lots of room to put your groceries in the back end of it. So, and of course, not that we have any snow anymore, but all-wheel drive,
right? Like, and, I don't know why any of us drive four-wheel drive anymore.
You really don't need it. I mean, we're actually got some vehicles down there front-wheel drive on those. So, I mean, SUVs, you still like SUV, but you don't want all-wheel drive, which I understand. I mean, you can get a front-wheel drive. I feel like
front-wheel drive does just as well.
Unless
you're stuck in something
unless you're
major.
on a big hill. I've had people come and say, "Listen, I live in the country, live on a big hill.
Yeah.
You got to have an SUV." Or I'm a nurse or a doctor or somebody that travels a lot.
Yeah, and I just feel
then they got to have an SUV.
Well, and it's like my driveway. My driveway is pretty long, so I'd feel better driving
at the SUV.
The SUV I've gotten stuck a couple times.
Oh, yeah. Nobody likes to get stuck. And we got some Subarus down there. We got Subarus. We got a bunch of Hondas. We got a Honda Accords, Honda Civics. We got a couple of Civics for I think one's for under 10 grand. The other one's like 10,995.
So, nice.
So we got some Honda Civics. Those things are like little tanks. They go
my God, they'll run forever.
Oh, yeah. And I think they got right at 100 or 150,000 miles, which is no miles. I saw appraise a car the other day. A guy came in with a 300,000 mile truck. I thought, well, that's pretty cool.
That is cool.
I see a lot. I've seen 225, 250, but the 300,000, you don't run into those too often.
You don't. It must have been well cared for.
It had some age on it, but it still ran good, and it still had a retail for around $3,000 with 300,000 miles.
Isn't that wild? I know. I was looking at my vehicle the other day, and I was like, "Dang, it's like 170,000 miles or something." I'm like, "Oh."
Well, you just don't think about it. You do so much traveling.
As long as it is running right, you just don't.
Yeah, you just don't
pay
think
any attention.
You just don't think.
Change
about
the oil and go.
The old days. Some of the old days, you get in cars, you think, "Man, I don't know if I want to go on vacation with this car or not." That's a long way to drive all the way to, say, down to Florida or whatever, and you think, "I don't know if I want to drive that car down there or not." But a lot of people do it every day because these cars are, they're made better. They're just. The problem with a lot of the older cars are rust is, eating them up more than anything.
Yep.
The mechanical stuff is good, but cars are cars. Some days they run good, and some days they are a pain in the.
Kind of like we humans.
Yeah, exactly. But business has been pretty good. The interest rates have been kind of up and down a little bit, but they're stable. They're still not bad. And you can still get some good long term out there for 50 or 60 months, 72 months, and some for 84 months. So if you're trying to get your payment fit to a certain, to your budget where you want to be at, there's a lot of good places like OVB. We do a lot of great business with OVB.
Well, the great news is, I know that you work with a ton of local banks, and you guys know who. Is having the best deals this week.
Yeah. Well, we signed up with a bank here just lately. A bank that does the whole United States. So if you walk in you're visiting from from Michigan,
Because like with online, your website now, you have a lot of people that will come from
we
other
get
states, and
oh yeah, we get it's kind of amazing. We've had people. I laughed that we had 2 people come from Huntington, West Virginia, and bought 2 vans. And they said they Googled it, which is cool. They Googled the van, what they were looking for.
and it just popped up on your website.
It popped
That's
up on
crazy.
our website, and they drove all the way from Huntington and bought one. Actually, we got one financed through from OVB for them from
Cool.
Huntington. So it's pretty cool. Technology is really good today. I mean, as far as the stuff, looking and finding cars, and now on the apps. I mean, I got the apps when I go appraise cars. I do a lot. We do all Carfaxes on the car.
Yeah, and
So
that's huge.
That's really nice. So, the cool thing, if you're looking at a car, say, hey, can you run a Carfax? Yeah, no problem. It shows you, if it's been in a little ding or whatever, minor accidents, which I consider just minor, somebody's fender bender or whatever. But it shows you how
there's a difference between the frame being twisted and your bumper getting scratched.
Right. Well, everybody gets a ding. You can't hardly buy a car today. Somebody hasn't backed into you.
I mean, the shopping carts that they're the worst.
Well, there's one go. Hey, there's going one right now. Just
flying down the thing.
But that's one good thing with technology now. When I go to the auction now, I praise the car, run the Carfax on it.
Yeah.
And the good thing about it tells me how they've serviced the car. How many times have been a lot of places if they take them to a new car dealer, recalls, like we got recalls on some of the cars. So technology as far as buying cars today is fantastic. It's not like the old days, when you bought a car, you didn't know.
You had to take someone's word for it.
Yeah. Well, that used to be my Aunt Mimi's car.
Okay. But stayed in the garage.
We were talking about last night, Russ Backlund and I were talking last night bowling. He bought an older car, and he said it only had 65,000. I said, is that actual 65,000 miles? He goes, I really don't know. Because you can't tell because the car's so old.
Yeah.
It's not like it had the extra
speedometer. It could be 100 or 260,000.
But technology today is really cool. So when you come to us, we can give you a Carfax on it, give you the history on it. Everything we buy, we change the oil, service it, get ready to go. Awesome. And that's the cool thing about it. So, and we, like I say, we got a lot of different sources we can, as far as get financing for you. So it's all cool. It's basically a one-stop place. Come in.
And that's what I think is so cool is, you come in, you don't have to get in the car, drive to your bank or whatever.
Yeah,
you guys take care of all of that. That's
and
good.
It's all protected, secret. You tell us. Some people are always worried about giving us information. Listen, we've been in business for over 20 years now, so we're trustworthy.
If you were going to be shady, I think you'd have been shady by now.
But good thing everything is protected. When we send it to the bank, they get all the information. Now today, it's based on getting the best rates, your credit score, which 800 being is the very best. And if you're a 4 or 5, well, it's tough to get anything done. But there are places that we do have alternative financing if you got bad credit. But you got to have money down. You can't come in. We had somebody come in the other day, wanted to buy a car. We said, how much money you got? None. Where do you work? I don't work. Excuse me. How are you going to buy a car? Why are you even looking for a car?
Right.
I know everybody's got dreams, but that's going a little bit too far.
Yeah.
Or the old deal is I filed bankruptcy. I paid all my bills. I filed bankruptcy. I want to buy a car. Good luck. That's tough.
If you don't have money, but if you do have some cash to put down, you do have those financing options.
Yeah, you got $1,000, $2,000 down, got some money and a little job time somewhere. Yeah, more likely we can get you done.
Yeah, and that's important.
That is important. I mean, everybody goes through hard times. It's just, you get divorced or maybe got sick,
medical stuff,
got laid off. I mean, just stuff happens, and
life
you're behind.
happens.
But you better have to have some bad credit or no credit at all, because sometimes we got zero credit. It is really hard to get done. I mean, if you got a good job, good money, you're pretty well we can get you done.
Okay.
Pretty well.
So there you go.
So, I mean, it's like saying the good thing about Carman's our internet site, you can fill out a credit application.
Yeah, you can their website's awesome.
We've had people look at cars a lot. They got a good job. They just, they just don't have time really to get down in time, because a lot of banks now close at about 4 to 6 o'clock, so they can't maybe get down there in time. We got a car. They've looked at it on the internet, really like it, and they fill out a credit application. We can send it in, get it okayed, come in, get you done. So
There you go.
It's pretty amazing how you can do it today.
Simple as that.
And if you got trades, hey, we want your trades. We'll trade for about anything. Like I said, I looked at a truck the other day with 300,000 miles.
Just don't bring your
No
husband
problem.
or wife. He doesn't want humans.
No trade-ins on human beings.
Or
It's
goats
out.
or
Goats. We've traded for TVs. We've traded no live animals.
no, nothing that you have to feed.
Out on that. On that.
Yeah, I can't say as I blame you on that.
But the nice thing, if we don't have what you are looking for, we can find it for you out there. I mean, that's the amazing part of all the different.
That was going to be like my next thing is with technology and whatever.
Yeah.
If I call you and say I want a, 2022 Ford truck with red with tan interior and whatever, you have the opportunity then to try to find it.
There's places we can search. I can't maybe find the exact thing out there, but I can come pretty close. There's some things that are really, really hard to find, but there's some stuff I can find pretty easy. It's not like the good thing is, it's my app or Mannheim I use. I can put that information and search for that vehicle and find it. It might be we bought cars in Alabama and New York and all kinds of different places. The best one is I bought a doctor a Audi down in Florida, and I bought him one online. And he wanted I think I might have told you the story before, and he called us. So it's probably take a week to get it shipped up here. He goes, I'll pay you extra if you can get it up here in the next few days. And I said, oh, well, okay. So I booked a ticket to the airline, flew down, and drove it back.
There you go.
And it was fun.
Right? Exactly.
Yeah,
a little mini vacay.
But, like I say, anything. It's amazing what we can do today.
Yeah, and if you are looking for something in particular, let them try to find it for you.
We got about 65 cars in stock, I think, right about 65. Like I said, we got Ford, Chevy, Dodge, Honda, Toyota, Hyundai. We got a little bit of everything out there for what you're looking for.
Very good.
The toughest car right now to find is $5,000 and under.
Yeah.
That's a tough car.
Now it's minimum of 10 and under, pretty much.
It's crazy. The old days, that used to be bread and butter, but now anymore. I had somebody call the other day, but we do have a couple of those cars in stock.
Okay.
I think we sold one yesterday, but I think we do have a couple more. We got an older van and something else. I forget. I think we sold the SUV too, so maybe we got one.
Are people still leasing vehicles? Because a lot of times you find really nice off-lease vehicles.
They do. The leases are starting to finally make a comeback.
Because there weren't any new vehicles for a long time.
Well, that was a problem with COVID. It really drove everything down. As far as the leasing, a lot of people were actually, whoever had leases, a lot of leases like Toyota and GM and all of them are talking people into buying their leases
buying them out.
And,
I saw too that the auto workers are talking about a strike. That could be a
UAW is thinking about striking, and if they do, nobody really knows if it's gonna be one of those downright ugly ones. It's going to be a long thing down. If that does, that's the reason. I've had a lot of new car dealers that generally take some of their trade-ins to the sale. Or hold on to them a little bit to find out what this UAW strike is. I could see that. So, we're not really sure. And that could put a pinch on new cars if you're wanting to buy a new car. It's but off lease, there's still some out there. Not a lot off lease, but there are still some. Okay. We bump into, like the old every now and then I'll find I saw a little Mercedes that went through yesterday. It was the prettiest little car. Little blue with tan leather interiors. It was an 07 with like 93,000 miles, and it was immaculate.
Really?
One owner, yeah.
And you didn't buy it?
I bid on it, but
didn't get it.
I didn't get it. It sold for over retail, so I thought, I don't think I'm gonna buy that one. But it was there's some really super sharp cars out there. Yeah. A lot of new car dealers. It's funny they don't keep on older stuff. They get rid of them because they deal more in the newer stuff. Yeah. So, kudos for us on that stuff. We get the gravy cars.
There you go. Exactly. Exactly. So what else have you been into, Carman? What's going on with the Kiwanis Club and all that?
Well, we're getting ready. The 5K run is coming up here for the Apple Festival.
Couple weeks.
If you like to run, which you can tell with my physique, I do a lot of running.
We run all the time, don't we?
Around. But no, that's coming up. So that's one of our big things coming up here, the big 5K. So that's, I can't remember what that's. I think it's on a Saturday. And I'll be one of the guys telling people to go this way. And
working the route.
But Kurt Wiggins does that and the crew, and they do a really good job on that. They get a lot of people coming out for that stuff. It's
Heck
amazing.
yeah.
People, I get a kick out of mothers pushing their babies and strollers in, running. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool. So that's the big thing going on. And then we got the spaghetti dinner. I can't talk spaghetti dinner will be coming up here.
When is that?
I think that's right about election time. That's right about election time. We got new officers that will be coming in believe it or not, our new officers are coming in here pretty soon. So, but it's been a good year. We had a good, turnout for our golf tournament, and unfortunately, the flowers, beautiful flowers in town came down. I think Wednesday.
What? I didn't even notice.
Yeah, I haven't been downtown.
They are so pretty.
Oh, they're gorgeous. Unfortunately, they take them down on Wednesday because they always take them down in September. But they do.
Well, we're going to need to make a call,
Judy,
about that to Judy.
They got something about they need to take them down in September. I don't know why. I always think, why don't they wait till after the F Festival? But there's something going on there. I can't remember what it is. I stay out of the politics part of it. They do a great job, and I can't take any. I don't do any of the water, and they do a good time of watering the car.
They do an amazing job.
Every day they water those things. They got people go down every day and water those things. No wonder they bloom.
I know. They're gorgeous.
And I wonder why my flowers don't bloom at home. That's why I got fake flowers, Judy.
Your thumb is not as green as
it's not green. It's just a glove with a green cover.
I feel you. I'm kind of the same way. I actually, for the first time in years, have succeeded in not killing any flowers this summer. I've really been vigilant about fertilizing and watering. Here's the deal. I know that y'all know this if you care about your flowers, but you can't just throw tap water on them all the time. You gotta continually feed them because tap water is just not gonna. You
got to water them. You still got to water them, but I don't know that much about it.
But you got to fertilize them.
You got to put some fertilization. We got got really nice bushes, but they're a little brown. My neighbor next door is telling me something. You spray on them, it helps them out. I think she sprayed them once. They were making a little comeback, but I got to find out what she sprays on them.
Probably 7.
What is it?
Probably 7 dust. Or
7 dust, is that what it is? You just spray it on there, and because they get a little brown. And
probably got a little mite or something.
Probably. I got about 4 or 5 of them that got mites in them, and they just need sprayed with something, whatever that is. She said
7.
She can buy it on Amazon.
Yep.
I'll look it up.
Callahan Hardware.
Oh, Callahan has that?
Of course. Callahan has everything.
Well, I never thought about that. You're right about that. Look around there. Well, I know Callahan has it. They always have it.
If you walk in, I think 2 times in my life I've walked into Callahan and they've been like, sorry, I don't. We can order it for you. We don't have it in stock. Pretty much every other time.
They kind of remind me of a used car place. So you go look for a car, there's on you like flies, man.
Yeah, in a good way.
In a good way. Yeah, that's a good thing about because how many times you walk in a store, you want to find something you can't find, and you can't find anybody to help you. And then you get frustrated. You think, God, I wish somebody come over. Where do I ask? Have you ever asked somebody? Somebody said, "Hey, do you work here?" No. You think, well, they look like they work here. So.
You gotta love that too.
That's kind of embarrassing. You go up there, hey, you work here? No.
Well, you look like you should.
Yeah. Why don't you get a job here? I'm looking for something.
You look much more confident than I do. So.
Or when you go shopping in a grocery store, you look for something. I always ask if I can't find it. If there's a lady there, I always ask her because. That's right over there.
Yeah, don't ever ask the clueless husband.
Yeah, no, we don't know nothing.
Yeah.
Why aren't you aisle 4 when it's aisle 15?
Hey, there's some obscure things that I still have to ask for at the grocery and whatever. You know one I can never find is like manwich.
Oh, really?
You can't find it. Like where in the grocery store? Because it's delicious.
Well, yeah, man.
Manwich?
Oh, yeah.
James.
That's the easiest quick fix.
Oh,
What are you gonna
it's
get home? Throw some hamburger,
delicious.
put some manwich, cook it up.
Yes.
Heat it up the next morning for breakfast. You need to
Throw some cheese on it.
Oh, hell, life is good.
Yeah.
You can tell he
James, you just don't appreciate the good things in life. Dylan, do you like manwich?
I don't even know what it is.
Oh my God, these guys would bump their heads. Hey, young, that's a problem.
It's okay. He doesn't know what anything is.
Yeah.
We tease him every day about it.
Do you know what bologna is?
Yeah, I know what bologna is.
Okay. Do you like bologna?
It's okay.
Can you spell bologna?
Belgone.
No, that's not even close.
G in there. This is as good as I would have done.
Remember
He
that?
said BEL.
Remember the little kid on
Bologna.
Remember the little kid that spelled bologna on the commercial of bologna?
My
That's been a long time
bologna
ago.
has a first name.
Yeah.
It's OSCAR.
Oh,
Yeah,
that was
cute.
pretty cute.
There used to be some really fun commercials out there, and heck, we're out of time. But yeah, there were some really cute commercials that if they would just bring them back, they'd probably sell
more stuff.
More stuff.
More,
Everything's so fancy now.
Oh, seriously. Now I got all these. I don't know. It's just too crazy.
Yep.
Too crazy.
Well, Carmen, thank you for hanging out with us this morning. It's always fun to talk with you.
I got caught out in the hallway from a nice windy guy out there. He's a great guy. And
talking too much. I tell
you know how it is when two guys are like just start talking sports. You just can't get away from it.
It's all right. It's all right. Hey, don't forget, Ohio Hill Country Festival continues on this weekend.
Yeah.
Downtown streets of Wellston.
I was by there last night.
Yeah, it's
they had
really
a nice
cool.
Little crowd going on.
Everybody I've talked to said it's like bigger and better than ever. They've really enjoyed going. So
the weather's been good.
The weather's been great. Weather's going to continue on being great.
Is that going through Saturday?
The weekend? Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yep.
Good.
Yep. Grand finale parade Saturday night, and queen crowning and all that stuff too. So get on out, and they're going to have fireworks to celebrate the 50th year of.
Well, they were trying to blow the town up the other day.
I know, with the giant cannon.
You saw the fire coming out of that thing?
I did. Wow. We have a video of it too. It shook Dylan's camera.
Oh, I can imagine. That was pretty cool.
Crazy, I tell you.
That's an old. Is that the old? That's got to be a super old cannon. That's been there forever.
Oh yeah, it's like. It's like 200 years old.
That's probably the first time that thing's been fired in probably over 150 years.
Well, 50 years. I think they fired it 50 years ago at the
Really?
at the 100th.
Wow.
So, there you go.
Well made. Well made.
That's what we
American.
said.
That's American made.
American metal right there. All right. Well, have a great weekend, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in. And I'm going to have to say go Browns, so you have to buy me lunch. Even though I love Joe.
Let's do it. Browns, Bengals, lunch.
All right. Do I get the spread?
You get the spread.
Okay.
0.
All right. We'll see you on Monday and discuss that. Okay.
Sounds good.
See ya.
Later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks.